Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here on the show, and I'm here to talk about some NFL news. We're here to cover some news from yesterday, from the about middle of the day in the night time till from today's news. So we're going to go over last night, some stuff that I missed because it came out after I ended that video, so let's get into it. So an update. The hashtag Packers, they waived former hashtag Jaguars running back James Robinson per top police row. Did he wave back? Cringe. Anyways, man, it's just sad what happened to him. After a 1,000-yard season, Achilles injuries are a SOB, man. Those Achilles injuries, they don't mess around. Like, that kind of ruined him. He got ran into the ground his first 2 years. And some running backs have the genes have that damage. I guess he just doesn't. I know he tore his Achilles, but part of being ran into the ground includes injuries. He tore his Achilles and was never athletically gifted. I mean, he's a good back, but Achilles gets you every time. It's just crazy how he fell off, and he's just getting passed around. I mean, it's not even his fault. He got a really bad injury and lost his explosiveness. Like, injuries suck. That ruins people. He had a great rookie year, man. Over a 1,000-yard season, undrafted rookie, you just can't catch a break. Excuse me. But we got an update yesterday, so the Texans missed a 58-yard field goal to lose that game to the Jaguars. Matt Amendola doinked off the crossbar. And update, the hashtag Texans wave kicker Matt Amendola a day after he missed a 58-yard field goal to tie the game. Give him literally one more yard and he probably would have been a hero. I mean, they already have a good kicker though, so I assume the only reason he's getting waived is that Fairbairn is healthy again. But he hasn't made anything over 50 all year, 0-5. He's 0 for 5. He's missed like 60% of the field goals you've asked him to kick. It's not like it was just a 56-yarder. He missed a 50-yarder and a 48 last week. I guess he just isn't good. I mean, he's a replacement kicker. He literally got signed off his freaking couch to come play for the Texans. So an update. Hashtag Chiefs speedy wide receiver John Ross, the 9th overall pick in the 2017 NFL Draft. Ross previously announced his retirement, so it's possible he wants to come back to play. He set the record for the fastest 40 time in the combine with a 4.22. The guy was fast, but he couldn't catch a cold. Just what a bust. And this kind of doesn't make sense. I don't get it here. I think what he meant to say was he meant to write the Chiefs cut him. So I don't think he retired. The Chiefs probably just cut him. So we got an update to where Frank Reich got fired yesterday. I talked about in the NFL news yesterday, so go watch that. So now we got an update. Fox analyst and former hashtag Panthers Pro Bowl tight end Greg Olsen would be interested in the Panthers head coaching job, sources tell at Joseph Person. I don't know, it kind of gives Jeff Saturday vibes, when he coached for Indianapolis. I mean, I don't know about the fit. I don't think that would be a great idea. And people say, oh, he's awful at color commentary. Get this guy off TV immediately so he can coach. He's a really good color commentator. I don't think he'll become their head coach, but never know. It could happen, but I don't see it. So the Bengals made Joe Burrow the highest paid QB in NFL history this season with a 5-year deal worth $275 million. The reason is obvious. Without him, Zach Taylor's record as a coach is 4-28-1. Burrow's worth every penny. I think Zach Taylor's just not a great head coach. He's been gifted the keys to the car of an elite offense. It's hard not to screw that up. He just isn't the right coach for that job. He's just lucky he has Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase. If they didn't have him and continued having bad record year after year, he'd get fired. So trending, 49ers wide receiver Deebo Samuel was asked about calling #Eagles cornerback James Bradberry trash this offseason via NBC's 49ers. He says, "I don't regret nothing I say." It's going to be a great game next week. Building up that game, Eagles-Niners. Might be a little bit beef in that game. Might see some extracurricular after some plays with Bradberry Samuel. That's going to be something to watch out for. See if that escalates any further, maybe into a fight. Which I wouldn't be mad about that. I like seeing fights. Bradberry was really good last year. This season, he kind of just sucks. He's going to be beat by a bunch of other receivers. I know he shut down Stephon Diggs, but it's one receiver. So an update for Joe Burrow. The Bengals announced that QB Joe Burrow underwent successful surgery on his wrist. He's expected to make a complete recovery. So good news, successful surgery for Mr. Burrow. So per your report, the Dolphins are expected to sign Saints defensive end / linebacker Jason Pierre-Paul off the #Saints practice squad. Per at Rap Sheet, they need a pass rusher after the injury to Jalen Phillips. Really felt like they needed a hand. Thankfully, he has one good hand.
Some iPhone users have safety concerns over Apple's iOS 17 update.
So yeah, they need a pass rusher for Jalen Phillips towards Achilles. So this made a lot of sense for them to go up there and get a pass rusher right there, Jason Pierre-Paul. We have the updated 2024 NFL Draft Order, which is entering here of Week 13. The Panthers 1-10. The Bears pick via the Bryce Young trade. Cardinals with the second pick. The Patriots with the third pick. The Bears with the fourth pick. The Commanders with the fifth pick. The Giants with the sixth pick. The Buccaneers with the seventh pick. The Jets with the eighth pick. The Chargers with the ninth pick. And the Titans with the 10th pick. So that's your current top 10 for the 2024 NFL Draft Order entering Week 13. Man, the Panthers are so screwed. 1-10, they don't even have their pick either. The Jets really need to lose as much as possible to get a higher draft pick. Trending. Sounds like Josh Dobbs' time as a starter for the #Vikings might be coming to an end following his 4 INT game. Head coach Kevin O'Connell was asked after the Bears lost if they will make a change at QB. He said, "We're going to take a look and evaluate." Adding, as much as he's done some really good things for us, he's still getting comfortable in our pass game. The team probably wants to give a look to rookie QB Jaren Hall before the season is over. I mean, I know they have Jaren Hall, but I just don't know if he's going to do much better. Just give him another chance. It was one bad week. Like, the season isn't lost yet. Like, one bad week. Like, if he has a second bad game, I mean, he's in a tough spot. It's still a new scheme. But he is kind of careless with the football. He's kind of got a little bit lucky. But I'm going to say he's been trashed. So, per your report, the #Cowboys are hosting former #Colts star linebacker Shaq Leonard today. Per Adam Schefter, the #Eagles, quote, should have him visit later this week as well, per the report. So the Cowboys got to sign him before he has it. They got to sign him for they got to sign him before the Eagles can. So since the #Dolphins trade for wide receiver Chase Claypool from the Bears, he's been inactive for 4 out of the 7 games. In the 3 games he did play, he combined to catch only 1 pass for 15 yards. Chase Claypool is going to be great in the XFL. Like, he sucks. We knew this. He's awful. And I think he had surgery too or whatever. He had his knee scoped or something. I don't think he's good, man. Just don't think he's a good talent. Raiders defensive end Max Crosby explains what went with his knee ahead of the Chiefs game and how he overcame it to play. "I felt like I was dying. The shit was blowing up like a balloon. I'll do anything I can. I want to fucking play." Man, he's one of the toughest guys in the league. Like, with that injury, and he still wanted to play. His knee was swollen, had to go to the hospital for the game, and he still played. Like, he's got that freaking dog in him, man. So, David Tepper, I guess a maybe a press conference or something. Quote, "I do have patience. My reputation away from this game is one of extreme patience. In other aspects of my life, we have people for 20 or 30 years who works for me. No one ever leaves me." What a psychopath. Enjoy being at the bottom of the NFC South for the next decade. This guy's a freaking clown. Panthers fans will probably say, "Fuck you, David Tepper." And Panthers owner David Tepper also said that the team was originally going to draft QB C.J. Stroud following a trade for the number 2 pick, but that trade fall through. He did later add Bryce Young was, quote, "near unanimously favored by the staff in the front office." Saying this knowing your QB1 is hearing it is a really bold statement. Horrible owner. Like, he's trying to lie and save face and say, "Oh, unanimous." It's probably unanimous they want you gone, David Tepper. Like,
while other police departments across the United States have suggested for people to turn this feature
trash.
off, Detective Cunningham tells
Update. Hashtag Colts starting running back Jonathan Taylor could possibly miss playing time with a thumb injury suffered during the hashtag Bucks game via at Rap Sheet. All options are considered with more information coming soon. Veteran running back Zach Moss could start. Jonathan Taylor fantasy owners probably going to be happy about that. So what you're saying is he failed the drug test, so they're just going to list him as injured? Like, it's kind of interesting how he failed the drug test, and now he has a thumb injury. So we got some NFL ratings. The Week 12 game between the hashtag Packers and hashtag Lions was the most watched early window Thanksgiving Day game on record, with 33.7 million viewers per Fox. The Packers are still a household name and move the needle. But 2023 NFL is on top in the freaking viewership, man. Their ratings are so high this year, man. I didn't mean to unpause the video. Trying to find more news, but we have some more. An update. Hashtag Jets coach Robert Saleh and GM Joe Douglas should be back in 2024 because of Aaron Rodgers returning is their, quote, lifeline, per Zach Blatt. Rodgers, who turns 40 on Saturday, might wield more power than any other player in the NFL. The Jets are operating as if the whole regime, Saleh, Douglas, and even offensive coordinator Nathaniel Hackett, will be back in 2024. That's because Aaron Rodgers is their lifeline. Hey, they really need a better offensive coordinator, but they won't because, you know, that's Aaron Rodgers' guy, Nathaniel Hackett. Also, Aaron Rodgers, Jets QB Aaron Rodgers, reveals that his return to playing this season depends on where the Jets are in the terms of making the playoffs as well as his health. It was previously reported he wants to return regardless. The Jets are not in playoff position, focus on next year by fixing the O-line. Just never trust anything Rodgers says. He just wants that attention, man. So an update. The Browns cut veteran running back Kenyon Drake and signed running back John Kelly to the practice squad. So Kenyon Drake's already been cut. Update. The hashtag Vikings wide receiver Justin Jefferson will be activated from injured reserve today. So, per report, we got update about Shaq Leonard. Former hashtag Colts linebacker Shaq Leonard left his visit with the hashtag Cowboys, quote, without a deal. Per Dean Rossini, he will indeed go to visit the Eagles. Per Rossini, make a decision over the weekend. I mean, he's kind of washed up, and we really don't need Vader Edge 2.0 with injury concerns. Report, hashtag Eagles cut 4-3 and pick cornerback Josiah Scott. He started 4 games last season, picking off 2 passes. So I think they're trying to make a roster spot for Shaq Leonard. And per report, the hashtag Saints are trying out former Packers kicker Mason Crosby among other kickers. Isn't he like 38? They should have kept Will Lutz then. Top 10 QBs in the NFL heading into Week 13 per Kurt Benkert. Patrick Mahomes, C.J. Stroud, Dak Prescott, Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, Jalen Hurts, Trevor Lawrence, Brock Purdy, Tua Tagovailoa, and Justin Herbert. This list is terrible on its own, but the fact that players jump up and down to this list speaks how bad it is. Dak's been great, so he deserves to be in the top 3. Per report, Colts running back Jonathan Taylor will undergo thumb surgery, and the hope is that he can return in 2 to 3 weeks. Well, Zach Moss owners are going to be back up, so we'll see what he can do in those weeks Jonathan Taylor's out. Vikings cut former Patriots first-round pick, wide receiver N'Keal Harry, and also cut quarterback Sean Mannion after activating wide receiver Justin Jefferson. Maybe Belichick can get him back. Dolphins make it official. They signed linebacker Jason Pierre-Paul and placed linebacker Jalen Phillips on the injured reserve with a torn Achilles. Eagles quarterback Jalen Hurts has been the best QB in the NFL when tied or trailing in the second half. He's been clutch this season, but can he do it in the Super Bowl, though? That's a big question. And per report, the Patriots are signing former Panthers quarterback Will Greer back to the practice squad after previously releasing him, per at Adam Schefter. So you've got QBs and signed them back to the practice squad more times than they've won a game this season, it feels like. But yeah, I think that's it for the NFL news here. So, yeah, till next time I'm out. Peace.